It is summer, and it's always hot this time of year, but it's about to get really hot, as she just mentioned.
Yeah, residents are being warned to prepare for the dangerous heat.
The governor addressed the excessive heat today in a live streaming event in which
experts say that it's important to stay cool, stay hydrated, but they're also saying that at some point in the day, you need to stay indoors.
The heat is coming. We're going to talk about a major heat wave that's going to be headed our way, really starting to build tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how this materialized, but we got Dennis Rodman.
We got Dennis Rodman in here. It just happened.
I'm pretty sure they're just hot as hell, right?
Yeah, this is what my mouth guard is.
I just can't wait until the summer. I just can't wait until the summer. Where my spirit's free, no one's stopping me now.
What's up, guys? I'm Josh Mosiman, and welcome to This Week in MXA, presented by O'Neill Racing. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. In this video, we are gonna race the Fox Raceway 2 National of 2022. It's the season finale of the 2022 Pro Motocross season. I'm racing it on the 2023 KTM 450 SXF with a few little mods done to it. We got the ODI handlebars and the MX Pro V2 lock-on grips. I got the Guts seat cover with the wings on the side, the bump in the middle, and the gripper seat to keep me on the bike. I got some Dunlop MX33 tires. I got the Works Connection Elite axle blocks. I also got some Fastway foot pegs that are pretty interesting and pretty exciting to try those out. Factory Effects did up the graphics, making this bike look trick, and Pro Circuit did the suspension. I got WP Pro Component cone valve forks and the WP track shock on the KTM, and I also have Pro Circuit exhaust header and muffler. So that's pretty much all that we did to the KTM 450, and I'm excited to race it here today. This is my 4th national of the summer. If you guys have followed along, we did a video from the first Paula, a video from Hangtown, and a video from Washougal. I started the season on a Honda, went to a Kawasaki the next round, then did a Husky at Washougal, and now we're on a KTM. Saturday morning, showed up 5 minutes before riders meeting as per usual, and ready to go. It's already warm. It's gonna be a hot one today. We got blocks of ice in our coolers. We got a trash can ready to do an ice bath in after the second qualifying session to cool down, and then in between each moto. Josh is getting grip tape on the bike. Alpine Star sent me a skull cap to help keep sweat out of my eyes. I wear it underneath my helmet, and we're excited to go racing. Josh, how we doing?
So far, so good. Heck of a day. Qualified P19. Really excited. We're close to the factory pits, and we want to make sure that we give a shout out to our fans. They're really important to us. They help us keep going. You know, it's just really great to have people out here supporting us.
And saying good job and good luck, and Josh and Josh.
Josh and Josh.
First qualifying session. The track was insanely muddy. They watered the heck out of this track and ripped it as deep as they possibly could because they do not want a dusty national when the championship is being decided, and because it's going to be, it is already extremely hot out here, so they ripped it crazy deep. First practice was like a mud race. I almost got stuck. I'm on a KTM 450. That thing has 60 horsepower. I'm wide open with a Dunlop MX14 scoop tire on the rear, and I almost got stuck. I didn't come to a stop and then go. I'm like going through the mud, and I almost got stuck. It's pretty crazy. So, I mean, that first qualifying session was crazy. I qualified 15th in the A practice in the first session, and then the second session, I got good times again. I laid down 2 fast laps, and I qualified 25th, it sounds like, in that session. So we'll see where I ended up overall. But highlights of the day, I love going first. If you guys watched my video, MXA video, Trevor and I's video from Washougal, Hangtown, Paula, the first round, I always like to go first in qualifying, try to get a smooth track, try to get a clear vision on the track. And I always lurch forward to try to go before everybody else tells you to go. The guy's over there flagging you, you know, there's no starting gate, they don't drop the gate. And I'm lurching forward, and there was a rider next to me on a red gas because I was lurching ahead. I wanted to go first, and he wanted to go first, and then I wanted to go first. So I keep going ahead, and he said some things I don't want to repeat. And I just said, hey, man, I'm just trying to qualify. And I went before him, and I looked back a couple times to make sure I was still safe out there. But otherwise, we made it out good. No other issues after that. And you got to do what you got to do. So I was up front again on qualifying, and now we're getting ready for the next motos. It is insanely hot. We're getting ready.
So stoked on. Yes, sir.
What do you think?
Awesome.
Great start.
Yes, sir.
How is it, Dad?
Isn't it?
I got a hold of
I'm floating, but yeah, with the team MXA. Can't do it without you guys, but yeah, we're in the show.
On the show.
Oh,
Good
we're
time.
in the show.
Good times.
Yes,
in the
for
show.
sure.
How was it?
First time I've ever qualified for a national outside of Washougal.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm super pumped. Bike's awesome. You know, it was a frame on Monday. Chad at XPR worked his butt off all week long and got me my motor. He spent 6 hours on the dyno just trying to get some data on this thing, and he got it really good, and got off to a pretty good start on the LCQ and made some early passes, and yeah, just rode consistent after that. Like I always struggle with time qualifying, but for whatever reason, when it comes to racing, I can like just calm down a little bit more. I think it's from all the Saturday motocross.
What are you gonna do on the sight lap?
I'm gonna wear my Carson Carr shirt on the sight lap. Shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully they don't get me in trouble, but I don't really care if they do because this one was for him, man. That looks so cold.
It's actually not that cold. No, it's not mine. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Take a bite out of it, like lick it.
This is on Team Honda HRC from Germany, the 94 Ken Roxy. Qualifying fourth out of Belle Plaine, Minnesota on the Red Bull Factory.
It's gonna be hot.
You know, historically speaking, he likes
My body's in shock right now. It was wild. You missed all the dramatic parts. Just have Josh narrate what happened when we got back. How fast were we going to the pits?
We were going so fast to the pits. We were passing people in the pits more than he was passing on the track. I've never seen a guy who wanted to get out of his clothes so much. I would show you they're all over the ground, but his wife picked him up for him. That's how tired he is.
Jumped in the ice bath, helped out a lot. Here's my parents. Yeah, 23rd. I mean, I came from way back to 23rd, so I was pretty proud of it. Passed a lot of guys at the end of the race. Endurance I was surprised I was as good as it was, and here we go.
Weather report, Fox Raceway 2, death.
It is death here. Man, I'm not sure what to say. I'm just glad I'm on this end of the camera and this end of the job, because I would hate to be racing today.
Tomac by about 7 seconds, but rocks up these lap times incredible. Take a break and send it down to the podium with Jett.
Moto 2 recap, it was pretty gnarly. So we got a better start and then was up there a little bit, and Josh said to stay up there, not to drop back so far. So I didn't drop back. I stayed up there better, fought a little harder. I had the Camelback on and I put too much ice in it, and I ended up running out of water and then was carrying ice around on my back for no reason. So that was kind of a bummer. Floating around the 25, 26, 27, 23. And then Josh says that I finished 23rd. So I haven't looked at the overall yet. We'll probably put it on the screen below, but 23 is what we have tentatively right now. And long story short, the bike was way better. Honestly, the bike worked great today. I wish we had another race so I could do better, but I'm also very happy that I don't have another race. And I'll be honest with you guys, if I knew it was gonna be this brutal, I wouldn't have signed up, I wouldn't have come. But the last few days leading up to it, we didn't really have a choice. I've already kind of committed. So Brian Medeiros, thanks to him, put an orange helmet, MXA test rider in the 250 class on a Suzuki. Proud of him. And overall, a lot of fun racing today. Thank you guys for watching these videos. If you want to see more race videos like this, you're gonna have to leave a lot of positivity in the comments so we can keep racing and so I get motivated to keep racing. This is a lot of work doing this stuff. I got a lot of articles to write this week. The vision, I mentioned it already, but that is the hardest thing about racing a national, just getting so much sweat in my goggles. Doesn't matter which brand of goggles. I've worn all the brands. I've worn different helmets. All the techniques I have, I still get sweat in my goggles. So I got to figure that out for the next time. There has been major traumatic turn of events happening at Paula National as the sun goes down. Turns out Josh Fout has to work on his math because Justin Jones got my first point, baby. First point. He finished 20th. I finished 21st. I just got done telling you guys I finished 23rd, but apparently I finished 21st. So we got to check the results here. I don't know where I'm at, but
ain't no way I was letting you by either.
Dude, he got by me. This is like, this battle goes not super far back, but I mean, it goes back to
a few years.
Glen Helen, REM.
Every time we race, we're like bar to bar. We always find each other, no matter what.
Yeah, I work a job. You go to school, work a job.
Yeah.
So that stings a little bit. But 21st is way better. I should go tell. I just told Mitch Payton I got 23rd.
Got 21st. 23rd overall. No, he's right here. He got 21st.
Mitch, I told you wrong. I got 21st in the second moto. So listen, this is how it works.
So I said 25th
I told you. You called better results than me, and I told you I don't know that he's fighting for points. 21st. You have to bear in mind he's a former 24-hour champ, and he was wearing a Camelback.
I was wearing a Camelback, and I put too much ice in it. So then I was just carrying ice around. I drank all the water, and then I was just carrying ice.
Not a good idea.
With
not a good idea.
3.5 hours left, they throw checker.
There it is.
One spot out.
That's not
could
that.
have been a media guy scoring points.
I know that's not that bad
next year
for a guy that doesn't ride all the time.
Yeah.
I love it.
Would you say that to your riders, Mitch?
No, I wouldn't say
The guys you fight to the end.
I would tell them if they got 21st that they sucked. But I think the guy that has a real job,
Nice. No, you're being too nice.
and I'd say, oh, you did a good job.
I get the sympathy. Sympathy. That's fair. All right, good times. Thank you. Thank you for your support.
Coke? I build you up to beat you down.
Hey,
I know. It's amazing. I just heard. It's so cool.
Okay.
I'm so proud.
21st.
What people don't understand, I was just telling your wife, is that you're one of us. You're one of the desk folk. Like the people at home that are on the computers working and reading MXA to stay tuned have to understand that you write for a living.
Yeah.
And then you also ride. And you came out and just did it on the hottest national that cooked a bunch of the top guys, one spot away from points. I'm so proud.
Media guy scores points at nationals. That could be the title of this video, but it's not.
Don't use that. Don't use that headline. No.
It could have been.
What could have been?
Yeah.
What could have been?
Yeah, the headline. Maybe you'll have almost.
Almost.
But almost.
Dude, that's a good idea.
It's a good thumbnail.
That might be the good thumbnail right there. Media guy almost scores points.
So proud.
Dude,
Killed it.
21st. What?
Can we just have a three-way? You're the fastest media guy, hands down.
I don't worry about that. I'm not worried about.
Hey,
I'm not worried about that title.
You can't see behind the camera, but you wish you could.
Zach, hey,
Not worried at all.
if we're gonna talk fastest media guy, one lap sprint. Zach Commons is pretty gnarly, and Daryl Eklund is really gnarly for a 1 lap sprint. But
His teammates.
all right, good times. 24-hour champs right here.
That's why they wore the
21st
camelback,
place.
huh?
Yeah, good times. Here we are this week in MXA. Lots of groundbreaking news coming about.
Jett's hero apparently is Dennis Rodman. I don't even know if Jett Lawrence is old enough to know who Dennis Rodman is. And we're sitting in the media tent watching the race, and all of a sudden Dennis Rodman pops up on the screen to talk about the race, and he's like talking about, I don't know, he knew a lot about it. He was actually pretty impressive. He knew about James, he said James Stewart deserves a statue in the AMA Hall of Fame, so he knows something, but I don't know, maybe next time Ricky Carmichael can go announce an NBA event or something like that.